Okay, now are we done with this project? Well, almost. The other thing I've got to do, obviously, is turn the breaker back on and come back here and make sure everything works. I also have to clean up, wipe down the counter, grab my screws. See, I've got one extra mounting screw. I can put that in with my box of all my machine threaded screws. I can put this in my wood threaded screw box. I've got 2 screws for there. And then I've got my light switch that has the scratch in it, still works. Worst case scenario, I keep this for an emergency light switch, or if I reinstall a light switch somewhere where it doesn't really matter where it's at, if it's way off in the corner somewhere or something, maybe I'll decide to use that switch some other day, okay? All right, I'm gonna turn the breaker back on and we'll see what happens. Okay, I still have my trouble light on in the bathroom. I have not turned this light switch on yet. I turned the breaker on, and the important thing to realize is when you turn your breaker back on, hopefully it does not trip on you. If your electrical breaker inside your sub panel, wherever you have it in your house, outside your house, in your garage, outside your garage, in a storage room, wherever it is, you turn that breaker back on. If it trips, and then you try to reset it by turning the breaker off, then trying to turn it back on, and it still trips, that tells you that either one of your wires in here got loose, pulled off the back, or an existing wire inside your junction box got messed up, or you're jerking on your wires and you've got some wires in there that might be under a wire nut, and the wire nut got loose, and the wire is loose inside your wire nut, even though it looks like all your wires are underneath your wire nut. It's got to be something, because it didn't trip before, okay? So then you'd have to pull this apart, figure out what it is, put it all back together, go back down. And to set a tripped breaker, here's something else to realize. I made a video on this one time, and if you don't know, listen up. If you have a tripped breaker, you go down to your electrical panel and you found out, hey, how come my lights in the bathroom aren't working? How come my electrical outlets in my bathroom's not working? How come the kitchen lights aren't working? Or the plug in the kitchen is not working? Well, you go into your sub panel and you find out that your breaker's tripped. You can't just turn your breaker on from a tripped location. It never works. You might think, oh brother, the breaker's broken. You first have to grab your breaker, turn it firmly to the off position and make sure it's clicked off, OFF. Then turn the breaker back on, okay? And hopefully it stays. If it trips, that tells you there's something going on inside your electrical system for wherever that breaker is, to where the wires go into your house, okay? A rat could have chewed your wires. It could have been a coincidence that something happened up there, or there's a wire nut that's loose in an electrical junction box up in your attic, inside your wall, by your light switch, by your plug. Maybe your plug is broken, maybe your light switch is broken. There's something that's causing that breaker to trip. Okay, so anyways, I turned it back on, nothing happened. I mean, nothing happened, meaning it didn't trip, it stayed on. So now let's try this. Okay, my light works. Now I've got, see, this light, this switch for the fan is down, so that's off. There goes my exhaust fan, my loud, noisy exhaust fan that I'm gonna have to replace one of these days. And when I do, of course I'll make a video just for you, okay? And I'll show you how to do that. You don't have to be an electrician. Lots of these things that I do, you do not have to be an electrician. If you needed to be a licensed electrician, if there was something that I was showing you that I didn't think you could do, guess what? Chances are I'm not going to make that video. Or if I do make a video, I might tell you, hey, this is for advanced people, or it's something that I don't even know how to do, and that's why you're watching somebody else do it for me, or something like that. Usually all the stuff that you see on my YouTube channel, if you see me doing it, you can about bet that if I can do it, an average Joe, you can do it too. Now see, how long did that take? If I didn't have to explain anything, show you anything, I could have done this probably in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay? Doesn't take that long. No sense calling an electrician. If your switch is bad and it's not working, don't think, oh great, I got to call an electrician. And once that electrician steps in his foot in your house, guess what? It's going to cost you money. To replace something like that, it's probably going to cost you close to $100 or more, depending if he's got whatever he needs on his truck or whatever. Okay? So start thinking about saving some money and doing it yourself. That's all I have for this time. But I'll be back with more videos. Well, I can cross that one off my list as soon as I clean up.